quicker.
Ladies and gentlemen, very welcome to this presentation. Mesdames et Messieurs, bienvenue à cette présentation. And welcome to Urbe Aero Flight Academy, Rome. My name is Lorenzo Mezzadri. I'm the accountable manager, which means Director General of Flight Academy, and I'm a pilot myself. Let's start with some numbers, because if you want to become a pilot, you have to know that in the next future, we are waiting for, it doesn't work. Do we have something? Do we have another one? Okay, thank you. So if you want to become a pilot, you have to know that in the next 20 years, we expect to need 149,000 pilots at least in the next 20 years in Europe. Something that is amazing because those numbers are real and are calculated by Boeing and Airbus, which are the biggest provider of aircraft in the world. So if you want to do this type of career, you have to know that it's a real opportunity, even for girls and for men, for boys and girls, because a lot of companies, airline, they try to balance the imbalance between men and women in the cockpit. So it's the right time to start this career. And I want to show you in this short presentation why it's worth to come to Rome, why it's worth to come to Urbe Aero, and which type of cadet program do we provide for you, for your future. This is a slide, this is a picture from Flight Radar 24. It's it's an everyday pictures. It shows that we have currently about 5,000 aircraft in Europe flying right now, about 31,000 flights per day, which is something that is huge. And if you can visualize these numbers, it gives you the dimension of this industry. Flying as a pilot, in my opinion, I'm a pilot as well, it's the best job you can find in your life, because it has to do with high and cutting edge technology aircraft, the most modern aircraft of this era, like the Boeing 737 or the Airbus 320, plus you have the dimension of trips. You can have a look at different cities in Europe or around the world when you fly on long haul. And most of all, there is the idea of a team flying to take the passengers safely at home or in vacation or for their job. So it's a very interesting environment, emotionally speaking, one of the best view you can have in a job. This is the windshield of an aircraft. Just a question, why Urbe? Does anybody knows the name Urbe? What does it mean? Because a lot of people ask me why your name is Urbe Aero. It's quite difficult to pronounce in English as well, Urbe, something like that. You know why? Yeah, basically, it's from Latin, and urbe in Latin meant city, and when it was written with capital letter, it meant this city, and the city, it was Rome. It was the center of the Roman Empire. So we are based in Urbe Airport, which is a city airport very close to the city center of Rome. It's one of the 3 airports of Rome. It's dedicated to general aviation, and it's very, very close to the city center. If you want to have a look at the map of Rome, the white one would be the ring road of the city, and we are in the north, at midway between the city center and the ring road. We fly around Italy, we fly around Sardinia and Sicily and Corsica, so you can enjoy and see different type of airport, different type of landscape. Plus, I think we are situated in one of the most beautiful city in the world, Rome, where you can enjoy also social life, which is really interesting in different part of the city. So you can study hard, but keep a decent social life as a sightseeing. And then we have also the best food in the world, probably. Last but not least, the environment where we train. You can find a fair weather area. It means that we fly almost every day around the year. And that's for you, it's very important, but it keeps on schedule. And it doesn't put you in a condition where you have to pay for extra training because you stopped because of the weather. So it's very important to have a very fair weather base for your training. We don't need to send people to US. We don't need to send people to South Africa due to the bad weather in winter. We can fly almost every day. Another topic of our academy is the avionic that we have on our aircraft. We decided to get rid of the old-fashioned, where I train also, the old-fashioned Cessna and Piper, and we decided to buy an entire fleet of brand new Diamond aircraft. Means that this was the old-fashioned cockpit from Cessna and Piper, let's say. It was worth to train on that when the aircraft was, the majority of commercial aircraft were in the past with analogic instruments. Now we use the most modern technology that you can have in order to take you smoothless to the airliners, to the modern airliners. Last year we did a huge investment and we added 8 aircraft to our fleet, 8 brand new Diamond. We added also an aerobatic aircraft. It's an Aero. It's for the UPRT, Upset Prevention Recovery Training. And then we added the brand new Airbus 320neo simulators and the Boeing 737 MAX simulator. In total, our fleet is composed by 20 aircraft, all glass cockpit, single engine IFR. Diamond DA42 is the twin engine, and then we have the aerobatic for UPRT, and we have 3 brand new simulators, state of the art. The DA42-6, which is the simulator for our twin engine, and the Boeing 737 MAX and Airbus 320neo. We have also, very important, our internal maintenance organization. It's a Part 145. Part 145 means the same levels as the airlines. Even if it's not required for a flight academy, we decided to step upper and give you something more. And again, for you, for your training, it means remain into the schedule because our maintenance is on site. It's managed by ourselves. And so when we have an AOG aircraft, an aircraft on the ground, after a few hours, we are able to put it in the air again. And that's very important for the continuity of your training. Let's talk about your training. It's a standard integrated ATPL. It means that we have a theoretical part, 750 hours in classrooms, divided into 13 subjects. And then we have the practical part, flight training, 220 hours of flight time on single engine, multi-engine, and simulators. Let's see the subject of the ATPL for your convenience. Those are the subjects that you will study in the first 6 months of your training in Rome. To help you learning the best and in a better way, we decided to use the most modern technology to support your learning. It's the Pet Pilot books on your iPad, on your PC. And then we have CBT, computer-based training, provided by Avionica. So you can learn how our aircraft flies, the A20, the A40, and the A42, based on an interactive platform of learning. That's very important. About the practical side of the training, I told you that we have 220 hours, and those hours are divided by different type of aircraft and simulator. Let's have a look. The first 40 hours is on the DA20. Then we have 90 hours on the DA40, which is VFR and IFR, so instrumental flying. Then we have 10 hours on the DA42, 40 hours on the DA42 simulators, and 20 hours on the Airbus 320. Let's talk about your career, because one of the most important things you have to take into account when you choose a flight academy is what's happening next. After the completion of your training, what they can offer you. I want to tell you that we can offer 3 different type of solution after your training. The first one is the Wizz Air Pathway Program that we do in cooperation with our friends of Wizz Air. Our flight academy is taking care of the Central Europe and the Western Europe for Wizz Air, with Ireland as well. And you have to take 6 steps in order to join this type of program. This type of program starts with an application to the Wizz Air website under our name. So you click on the Wizz Air website and you see Urbe Aero pathway. Then you have the recruitment, which is 3 steps, 2 steps online and 1 in presence. You start the training if selected. You spend 18 months in Rome, in our wonderful flight academy. And then you have the APS MCC on our 320 simulator, which is standardized by Wizz Air, with Wizz Air standardized instructors and Wizz Air standard operation procedure. And then you have the type rating, usually in Budapest. At the end of the game, you are assigned to a flight base of Wizz Air around Europe. The advantages are the same as the previous presentation, so I don't want to go too deep in this one. You have the requirements are 18 years old, a school diploma, and a good knowledge of the English language, of course, because all the assessment is made in English. One important thing is that you get a letter of intent of employment at the very beginning of the training, even before starting with training with us. The other important thing is that Wizz Air will finance the APS MCC phase and the type rating phase. And then a little amount of money will be deducted from your salary for the first 5 years. So it's very convenient because you are certain to have a job even before starting your training, and then you have the opportunity to get a financial help from Wizz Air, which is very good. But we have also another pathway, and it's the EasyJet one. In fact, we were awarded by EasyJet as a training excellence flight academy. It means that we are one of the 3 European schools able to send pilots to EasyJet without experience. So you can join us, make the whitetail course, which is the standard ATPL. At the end of your training, EasyJet is going to choose the best pilots, invite them to a selection, and as we are a training partner academy of Wizz Air, of EasyJet, sorry, one of the 3 in Europe, it means that you don't have to undergo a technical assessment. The only assessment you have to do is based on the human factor and the psychology in a way, because they say if you are coming from Urbe Aero, for us it's okay, and your technical level is above us outstanding, so we don't need to recheck it again, and that's a great opportunity. And last but not least, we have also an agreement with our national carrier, ITA Airways. It was Alitalia. We trained 60 pilots for Alitalia during the pandemic, and now they were trained very well. The airline was very happy about that, and they coming back to us, and soon we will start an MPL training with them, a multi-pilot license. So why you could consider to choose Urbe Aero as your flight academy? The city of Rome, fair weather, availability of 5 qualified instructors coming from airlines and Air Force, easy accessible from the cadets and from the airliners representative. Why? Because we are in Rome and we have connection, flight connection, direct flight connection almost with every city in Europe. And so it's very easy for you to come to train with us. If you want to go back to your family once in a while, you can do it easily. And it's very convenient, for example, for Wizz Air or for EasyJet to visit us very frequently, also in one day. So they can arrive in the morning and fly back at night. So it's very important, the location. And plus, we have one of the youngest aircraft fleet in Europe, 20 brand new aircraft from Diamond. And we have the glass copying on the entire fleet, starting from the beginning. And we have the in-house capability of Boeing 737 MAX and A320neo APS MCC, which is quite unique for a flight academy of our dimension. And we are highly experienced in cadet program. So Urbe Aero is the main pathway to reach those 3 airlines. Wizz Air with the Wizz Air Pathway Program, EasyJet, as we are a training excellent academy for EasyJet, and from the next month for ITA Airways, our national carriers, the son of Alitalia. That's it. Merci, thank you very much, grazie. And please visit us at booth G3, which is right in front of Wizz Air. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Lorenzo. We have actually 2 minutes left for a couple of questions. Here's a person asking that they applied on November 2025 and still waiting for response. Why is the delay?
We do apologize for that. We know that there is a delay because, to tell you the truth, our pathway program was moved from Budapest Wizz Air to Malta. Malta is one of the AOC of Wizz Air. And so in the transition, something was lost, but right today we were talking about with them again in order to regain and retake all the application of the last 3 months in order to come back and to so the pathway program is still alive. It's alive and kicking. We just had to move it from Budapest to Malta. It was an internal choice of Wizz Air, and sometimes changing all the people, you can lose something, but we are getting back for you.
Are the costs the same for the pathway program, Italy?
The same, the cost?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. The cost is higher for the pathway program in Italy, in Rome. It's about 84,000 euro, comprising all the expenses. But given that Wizz Air has got very low spaces for the Wizz Air pathway pilot academy, and it's dedicated to the more or less to the Eastern country, I would suggest you maybe to try first on the Wizz Air Pilot Academy, which is almost free. And if you can get there, you can choose to come to Rome. You will spend a little bit more, but you will enjoy the possibility to enter with her.